Hey everyone, future me here. I've already finished this. This is done. I was working on another project with that hand painted resin, and I had some left over, and so I was just gonna kind of dump it into this mold, see what happened with some glitter. You probably hear the frustration in my voice because I'm coming off of another one that's just going to hell in a handbasket, as they seem to do these days. But once I pop it out of the mold, you'll see that something clicks with me, and it goes from being just whatever to pretty damn spectacular, in my opinion. I don't know. So I encourage you to watch to the end. At the very least, fast forward to the end. Don't just dip out once I pop it out of the mold, because that ain't it. That ain't it. Okay? Alright, let's go. Okay, how's this pot mold? I've been wanting to do something with the gecko. Like, I believe it's like this is the lid, and so the gecko would go. Yeah, so I'm just gonna make some glitter into these. Let's go for like the really chunky stuff. Because, you know, typically with this stuff, if you just put in your resin, it's gonna sink. Or it's gonna float, one of those. So let's just put it to the test. And maybe, yeah, we'll do the other one with some of these iridescent flakes. Get in there. Think that's enough? Ugh, I hate glitter. I hate it. But I love it. Okay. Let's grab a little stick. Give it a little stir. It doesn't take very much of this stuff whenever you're doing anything. Every time I've sat down to do anything, even when I think I'm just making a little bit, it's like way too much. So much of the stuff I still have left. Of course, you're not seeing it all, but what you have seen has taken very little resin. All the back coating and stuff, that's taken up regular resin, but this type of stuff, not much at all. Sparkly. Where are my ASMR people at? Get out of here. That's not what we're doing here. Just get out of here. So let's just stick it in there, shall we? And wherever we put it is where it's going. So we could, in theory, just smooch it around. You 100% cannot do this with regular resin. You put the glitter in and the glitter just goes where it wants. That's it. That's the rule of glitter. And of course I'm being kind of haphazard here because I'm lazy as shit. But, you know, if you were more careful and pointed about it, you could do some rainbow stuff. That'd be pretty. I'm not doing any more rainbow stuff. My niece will just steal it from me. But anything I've ever made that's rainbow is now part of her collection. Okay, let's get this bad boy filled up. I was thinking about all the different colors I could come in here with, but I really feel like black's gonna make it pop, so that's what we're doing. I got some leftover resin from another project I'm working on here. Do you think it would go black, right? Right? One way to find out. Did the black just disappear? Oh, don't tell me it's going to turn to baby poop. Never doubt. I disallow that. No, it's turning into like a burgundy color. That's cool. I don't hate it. It's like burgundy. I guess it probably just looks brown to you, but that's it. I should probably put a little bit more in there. I'm not going to be able to replicate that color if there's not enough. Ooh. I have some extra resin right here. I don't know if it's too much. No, it's probably not. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Just stop fussing and do it. Let's get some more black. I use and abuse my black pigment. If you're new, black just makes things pop. I mean, once in a while, black can kind of ruin it. Some things actually call for white. But for the most part, giving anything a black background will make it just stand out more. Of course, this isn't black. This is going to be like burgundy, but that's fine. As long as it's dark. It just needs to be dark. Just a reminder, I was just globbing the glitter on with the hand-painted resin. Because in general, you can't really control, you know, where you put glitter, especially in something like this. It'll just sink to the bottom, what have you. So we're going to see how it goes. See what kind of different look we get. Oh, it has so many bubbles. If I don't have enough for this one, I'm just gonna put some pebbles or something in there. I think I want them to dome, so I might throw something in them just to bring the level up ever so slightly. Some pebbles or something. Make sure there's no bubbles lingering around. Here's this ugly pendant I made. I don't like it. Do you like it? I hate it. Let's chuck it in. You shouldn't see it. I don't think. You shouldn't. That's not going to raise it up too high, is it? Ooh, it might. Don't go too high. Just go perfect. I mean, I guess if it sinks and it shows, okay, whatever. I meant it to be that way. I don't think it's going to show, though. I think it's going to completely get lost in there. And see? That's how you dome. Just got to be careful because obviously you don't want to overflow. And this one's like, these are just some stones that I colored with like Mod Podge and chameleon pigments. And there's some other stuff in there, but yeah. So if these happen to show through, it'll actually look cool. I mean, I probably should have just put them in. I've used them before in my little gecko. Oh yeah, this will be fun. And it might show. I doubt it. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. A hair. There's always a hair. Okay. Uh-oh. Was that too many? Just let them go in. Oh. We're going to leave that and we'll come back tomorrow. Let's have a look at this one. I mostly loosened it because I'm not trying to struggle unmold this thing. I don't, yeah, that ain't me. So, look at this thing. I've never made this mold before, so I have no idea what to expect. like a little bubble right there. That's okay though. I can feel a bubble right there. And that hand painted resin it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky because it doesn't really off gas, you know. There's the lid. I already pulled the lid. Spoiler, there's the lid. Now see, this is what I didn't factor. The top, I didn't realize that the bottom was the bottom. Like, so I have to figure something out there because that ain't cute. That ain't cute. I have some little charms and stuff. Maybe I can do something. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll come back. It's pretty nice though. I don't hate it. Do you hate it? I don't hate it. It's pretty cute actually. I'm not a huge fan of glitter stuff, but it's actually really pretty. It's pretty. Okay, we'll come back. So back to this one. Like, ooh. You know, like usually, like with the mold, the bottom is the top and the top is the bottom. But in this case, the top is the top and the bottom is the bottom, right? So when we put it in here, like, the top's no fun. The top's no fun. So we're gonna make the top cute, and I thought we could put this bad boy on there. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty, but it's green. And we don't have no green in here. So what I'm gonna do, you ask? You know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bust out my markers and we're gonna change it. It's hard to go from like green to another color, but if you're careful. I did a little test right there and right there. It's gonna make it more bluey. It's gonna have a green undertone, obviously, but it'll definitely be more blue. And what I'll do is I'll probably seal this on with a little UV resin, and then I will take it outside and hit it with a clear coat just to lock in these pigments. Is that? Oh well, whatever. We're doing it. I don't have my glasses on, so I don't even know. Does that look pretty? Can you see it? Okay. Actually, I said I was going to use UV resin to seal this on. No, I'm going to use some E6000. I might come in with a little bit of UV resin in the corners or whatever, just to kind of lock it down. Is that? Okay, it looks like it's the veil, but I cut that off. And I have no clue where I got this, so if you want to go buy one, I do. But it's pretty. I should take a mold of it. The thing about molding stuff like this is it has a lot of little gaps where the silicone can seep into, and like when you go to take the piece out of the mold, it'll get trapped. It's a lot easier said than done to mold something like this. It's a lot easier said than done to mold anything. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Let's do that. It's helpful. Okay, I need some glue. A little chewed up on the edges from where I was trying to like trim it, but I don't think that's gonna matter much. I'll come in with some UV resin and we'll make it look pretty. Don't worry. Oh, my pliers are stuck together. Resin problem. Okay, got it. I'll need pliers to open my glue, but I need an X-Acto blade to open my pliers. By the way, it's just worth noting that, you know, the warning sheet that comes with E6000 is just as cautionary as resin, so you really should wear gloves and stuff if you're gonna mess with this, or really just any kind of chemicals. I'd say it's best to just err on the side of caution. And if I was going to be like working with this stuff a lot, I would definitely have a mask on because it smells really strong. I'm getting it out of here as soon as I hit the stop button, but it's worth noting. The stuff stinks. It works really well. It's an industrial adhesive, but it stinks. So I'm going to go put her outside, let it dry. It should be nice though, right? Yeah, that's freaking nice. That's nice. I missed some spots I can see. Still see some green in there. Although it's kind of pretty like that. I might just leave it. I don't know. I don't know if you can see the color. You probably can't. I can though. It's freaking beautiful. Yes. It's kind of making me want to come in with some green into this and kind of just, yeah, bring it all together. Should I? Should we take a boat? Oh, this is gonna slide if I start messing with it. I'd have to like hold it on here. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry. And then we'll come back. Okay, I don't know what I missed here. What I was saying is that I want this to match this better. Like this is this pretty bluey green color. Let me get that up. Right? And this is just silver and blue. So we're gonna make it match. And I've only got blue and green here. I'm not gonna go all crazy. We're not gonna taste the rainbow today. Although really, if you want to do like rainbow glitter, the best way to do it, just grab some, just put silver down. And then bring the colors in with your markers. I'm gonna go outside and hit this with a clear coat of like lacquer. And like, yeah, I don't know if you remember when I was doing this, I had like some of the globs were like iridescent flakes, so I feel like this will pick that up better, don't you? Don't you? Do you hate it? Do you think I'm ruining it? You crazy? There's no way I'm ruining it. There's no way. Okay. Well, no, there's a way, but I ain't. The way would be to grab every color, and I'm just not. I am not doing that. Stop yelling at me to do that, because I won't. You know, I went from just kind of liking this to almost loving it. What about you? Are you feeling it? Or do you think I'm ruining it? I know. I got a problem. I can't just leave good enough alone. Like, whoa, it wasn't broken. Why'd you gotta fix it? Right? That's what you're thinking, right? I know what you're thinking. This is fun. I want to do this all the time. I know a lot of the times when we're doing resin projects, they don't come out how we want. And you think, if only I did this, if only I did that. And unfortunately, you can't just melt it back down to start over. But you can approach it like this. You know, maybe you didn't get the teal and green opal glittery effect you were going for, but you can get there if you just think about it. Just think about it. You'll get there. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna have to color the lid later after the little brooch dries, but I think that's pretty nice. What do you think? I'm gonna have to come fix that little bubble right there. Should be easy enough to do with some UV resin. So yeah, a suggestion for you at home. Put your glitter layer down. Just use silver or holographic silver or whatever. Put black behind it. Grab some markers. You can even use kids markers. Like it's not a big deal using water-based markers. I think you just get a little more blendability out of alcohol-based markers, but just use whatever you got. And then go for it. Like, create your vision. Create your glittery vision. It's your vision to have. I think this is probably what my vision was. But I was also kind of rushing through it. If I was careful about placing the glitter in different color ranges, it would have been fine. I could have gotten this effect without the markers. I'm just trying to rush because of my stinking hard drive and all that. But hey, good news is I got a new SD card. So I can just sit here and babble all I want. And not have to worry about the clock ticking. And then hopefully I'll catch some good nuggets. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Do you hate that? You better not hate that. I'm kicking you off my channel if you say you hate it. Really. I'll mute you. Don't come up in my comments and say you hate it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I mostly just laugh off online negativity. It's not my first rodeo. I don't really let it faze me. I mean, I called Taylor Swift a snake and she turned into a whole album. I'm gonna come back to the lid in a little bit and we'll make it match. Make it matchy match. That's pretty. That's freaking pretty. Yes. Yes. Haha. Okay, we'll be back. Back with this. I'm going to add some UV resin in there just to lock it down and then color this to match the jar. Sorry about the clanking around. It's these weird zippers I have on my jacket. But I like this jacket. It's comfy. I'm going to cut these off. I don't need these zippers. I don't even know what the purpose... What are these... Why are these... What purpose does this serve to me? Does anybody know? I don't get it. Other than to make noise. Okay, got it. There we go. That's better, right? At least that one. I'm gonna go get the dude to help me get the other one. BRB. Okay, I got him off. I'm gonna use those for something. Probably filler. This stuff makes really good filler because it's heavy and doesn't have any bubbles. It'll just sink and disappear. We like that. We like recycling. Hopefully, sort of do this one section at a time. I'm gonna have a few problem areas over there, but I don't want to like cover over the brooch with the resin. I mean, it's okay if it touches the edge, but I don't want to cover it over because it'll ruin the faceting. It'll lose all of its sparkle. And hey, don't look at the light. We've talked about this. I've warned you. Don't look at it. It's dangerous. Okay. Okay, we're back. So I went ahead and put a clear coat on this one, like some spray lacquer, just to lock in those pigments. I really love this a lot. It's beautiful. I didn't even really like it that much when I first did it, but once I threw the colors on and that, it just made it pop. It's so pretty. My niece said it looked like an urn. Ugh. Thanks. She's not wrong though. It kind of does look like an urn. I love this. This is pretty. And just a reminder that like we placed that glitter in all of those spots. You can't really do that with regular resin. If I were to put all these glitters into the resin and then put it in here, it would have either sunk or it would just mix together. So the fact that we have it all spread out like this is pretty cool. I love this. I love this. Do you love it? Do you hate it? You can't possibly hate it. No, I reject that. So that ought about wrap it up. What's our big takeaway here? I guess maybe just embrace your inner child. You saw I was pretty much just blobbing the glitter on and scribbling the color on, but somehow we got there. Anyway, if you got this far into the video, I appreciate you watching. Don't be afraid to try something. You never know. You never know. All right, catch you on the next one. Bye.